The Houston Rockets are currently 10-3. With the most recent win against the Cavs, the Rockets only look like they were going to get better and better. With Kevin Durant averaging just under 26 points per game and Sengun at 23, the Rockets are frightening. This new form deal has helped the Rockets go up to the 3rd seed. With a young roster of the likes of Alperen Thompson, Sheppard, Jabari Smith and many more still developing, the ceiling of this Rockets team is scary. While questions remain about their point guard situation and Thompson playing the 1, Ime Udoka has figured out a way to keep it ticking and get wins on the board. Currently it's sitting 1st in the offensive rating at 123 and 7th in the defensive rating at 111.6. People are certain that this Rockets team can take the Oklahoma City Thunder to 7 games. But let's look and analyse their offense against one of the best Eastern teams in the Cleveland Cavaliers and see how they can get such good looks. So before we start, be sure to like, comment down your thoughts below and always subscribe. So the first play, Sengun initiates the offense. He gets a screen from KD to get into his favoured short corner position. With the defender on his back, Sengun has the ability to do a few things here. He rolls the defender but is doubled. Amen and Steven Adams get to the paint and the Cavs defenders follow, allowing Jabari Smith to be open for a wide 3. Sengun sees the 3-man and finds him and Jabari Smith drains it. The next play, Sengun has Mobley at the top of the key. He pump fakes and drives left. Mobley follows. Although Mobley follows, he is caught side on and Sengun realizes this. He spins and attacks Mobley's lead foot and creates enough separations for his shot. Sengun has really took an offensive leap this season and you'll see it in more clips. The Rockets do well to get a stop with Clint Capella and they are on the attack. Sheppard drives with the ball and anticipates a screen coming from Capella. The Cavs on-ball defender realizes this and tries to read it. Sheppard realizes the open lane is to his right rather than dribbling left into the oncoming traffic. So he uses the oncoming screen as a bait. He does well to use his body to sell the direction and he floats it in. Another play where Sengun is initiating the offense. He drives at Dean Wade. Clint Capella does well to take the attention of Mobley, not allowing him to help out. I mean, even if Sengun wanted to pass it out to the corner, he could have, but he realizes the mismatch he has and he scores the bucket. Sengun has Wade on him again. He isn't able to get past him, so uses his help from Sheppard. He passes, then sets a screen and Sheppard hits the 3. Can't be leaving Sheppard open when he's shooting 47% from 3 this season. Sengun on the low post with Lonzo Ball on him. He tries to bully his way through him and manages to spin. Craig Porter Jr. tries to get a steal but he's not able to. This leaves Sheppard open for the wide open looks and he drains the 3. Here's another example of just the crazy leap that Sengun has took. He's up against Mobley, the defensive player of the year, and he just hits a hook shot, man. This is crazy stuff we're seeing. Kevin Durant has the ball. He has Adams top of the key, which he passes to. Once again, Porter Jr. thinks he could get still. He can't, and Adam finds the open Sheppard. As he passes it to him, he sets a screen, allowing Sheppard to get to the paint, and with the defender on his back, Reed is able to float it in. Sorry to disturb you guys, but over 90% of you guys are not subscribed. Now, I'm a small channel. I want to grow my channel. I'm currently sitting just below 90 subscribers, I think at 89. If I could get 100 subscribers after this video, that would be amazing. And obviously, I will always be putting out content. But that's enough. Let you get back to the video. Once again, it's Adams on the high post causing problems. KD realizes this and sees the lane is open. He drives to the low post and is able to get a tough finish over 2 defenders. I mean, that's vintage KD. Adams is probably the unsung hero of this Rockets team and his position on rebounds makes him so valuable for second chance points. He gets in front of Allen for this rebound and uses his strength to create separation. He wins the rebound and tips out to KD. And for KD, who is open, it's just shooting practice. Vintage KD is unguardable. Here, once again, he creates separation against Hunter using his arm and he hits the fadeaway. I mean, how many times have we seen this? Another offensive board, and guess who it is? Yes, it is that man once again, Steven Adams. He grabs the board, passes it to KD, who jab steps left, blows past his defender attacking into the paint and hits the one-hand floater. Sengun here, he gets the ball, he plays bully ball, he gets his shot over Mobley. I mean, the guy is scary. Some off-ball screens here. KD sets one for Amen, who gets to the paint, but the defender does well to stay with him. KD goes to the corner. He fakes to come towards the ball, but he drives to the rim. Sengun is not able to find him, although KD was open, but instead he has an isolation with Mobley. He puts him in the spin cycle and is able to get the basket under the bucket. Sheppard has the ball on this play. He goes up for the shot, but realizes KD has a mismatch, so pass it to him mid-shooting motion. KD shoots over his defender, who is too small. Sengun just showing his bag work once again. He really does love that low post position, and when he's there, you can't stop him. Another player who's bound to take a leap is Jabari Smith, and if teams carry on leaving him open, he will score as seen here. KD gets the ball, he sees Allen coming to him and he attacks immediately, not allowing Allen to get set. KD goes against Allen's momentum, he draws a double and finds Aaron Holiday for the free. Thompson showing his skill here, he gets a screen from Sengun, he gets to the paint, sells Mobley and his on-ball defender with the fake pass. He gets an easy layup, and that's the stuff we want to be seeing from Thompson. And once again, Sengun showing his scoring threat. Mobley decides to pick him up from half court, and he gets so dreams with that pump fake, leaving Sengun open for a layup. This Rockets team is scary. Obviously, a lot of talk has been made about their point guard situation, but Ime Udoka has done brilliantly to figure it out and make sure his team get the open looks that they need. And yes, they're first in the offensive rating, but a lot of their work comes from their defense, and when you have good defense, it will lead to good open looks. Thompson is a player who he's been playing well, but I expected him to maybe start averaging 20 points per game. He's still not at that level, but again, he is playing out of position. And yes, people argue that the Rockets have had an easier schedule compared to some of the other teams. Their next game is against the Nuggets, which will be interesting to watch, the second and third seed. But the games that are coming up against you, you have to win them. If you want to be a contender, if you want to be a good team, you have to be beating the teams that you're supposed to beat. And then when it comes to teams that are supposed to be challenging you, like the Thunder, like the Nuggets, that's when you could really see what they are really about against playoff caliber. But it's very important that you get the wins against the lower seed teams, because those wins will help you avoid Thunder all the way until the final, because really and truly no one wants to face the Thunder early on. The Thunder are the best team in the league, and for me, the gap between the Thunder and the second best team in the league is quite big. What the Thunder are doing, the 12-1 without their second best player, they're going to get a good pick from the Clippers, and it's really up to the Rockets and maybe the Nuggets to stop them. So there are question marks, but I feel like so far the Rockets have answered them. I think they've done well to get the ball to KD or Sengun when it was clutch time. Against the Magic, yes, obviously KD lost the ball, but he was hitting threes. He was hitting his middies. He was getting to his spot and he was hitting shots. Sengun as well, with like 1 second left on the clock, he was able to tie the game and send it to overtime. And that's what the coach has done well. When it's clutch time, you get the ball to your two best players, and teams are going to be doubling KD, especially when it's the last 3 or 4 minutes, and you know that KD, he's proven himself in those scenarios. But now you have Sengun who's able to get buckets, and now it's hard to guard, because if you go try to blitz KD, you're going to have Sengun open, you're going to have Thompson open, you're going to have Jabari Smith open. And whilst them guys, apart from Sengun obviously, whilst them guys haven't taken the leap that maybe some would expect, you know that they can hit shots, you know that they can get to their spot. But once again, the only position or the only concern I have for this Rockets team is they probably need another scorer. Because when you're looking at the scorers, it's obviously the top two that I named are KD and Alperen Sengun sitting at 26 and 23. And then it goes to Thompson, who's at 16. Ideally, would have wanted Thompson to rise to that 20 points per game mark, but we're not seeing it. But maybe with a point guard who allows Thompson to go back to his natural position, it could maybe help his scoring. Who knows? But this Rockets team is scary, man. It's a scary, scary sight. And when you play good defense, and when I watch basketball, I always say that if you play good defense, you're always going to be involved in a ball game. Even if your offense is bad, if you could play good defense, and with the way that NBA is, even if you're down 15, 16, it only takes 2 or 3 threes for you to cut the lead down to 8 to 7. So as long as your defense is good and you have scorers like KD, like Sengun, then you're always going to be in a game. And that's what the Rockets have. Now, people are saying maybe they should trade for Kyrie. I don't know how Kyrie will react from his injury. But if you have Kyrie next to Thompson, next to Sengun, next to KD, next to Jabari Smith, you have Josh Okogie who's playing his best basketball. You have Tari Eason who's out injured. But when he's back, he's another player that's your prototype 3 and D. You know, this Rockets team is scary. But let's see how they do, man. The game against Nuggets. When you're looking at their schedule right now, they got a game against the Nuggets. They've got a game against the Suns. They've got Warriors. But their schedule, as in that, they have a few hard games. Then after they have back-to-back against the Jazz, they have the Kings, they have the Mavericks, they have the Pelicans, Suns. So their schedule is actually nicely spread out with a few tests here and there. But it favours them. But if they can get that one more score, I'm telling you right now, this Rockets team will probably go to Game 7 with OKC. But as always, make sure to comment down below your thoughts. I've been Najib is a son. And if you have any thoughts about the NBA, about the Rockets, about if you're a Suns fan and you want to ask me questions about the Suns, just comment them down below and I will make sure to reply to every one of you. But if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.